Hey guys, be cool here. I'm gonna give you a video. Hey, I got you over at planetxnews.org. I got you over here at Space Weather, and that's where I go. I go to planetxnews.org to go to the links that I go to, just to these tools. Um, Me and Scott's gonna be doing a live stream, I guess, later on tonight. I think, hopefully, we'll get our times together and get it worked out. I'd like for you guys to come over and check it out. I think you guys would enjoy it. We're gonna kind of keep it casual. Maybe even answer some questions from the comment section. I don't know yet. But we do have some stuff to show you and some stuff that we've come across and some new information to bring to you, some more captures and those kinds of things. But yeah, I mean, there's still stuff going on, guys, and we have to be diligent and just keep pushing. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about right here, I got you at Space Weather, right, guys? You know, the solar winds at 425. That's not really that high. It is elevated a little bit. Not much. Okay, now geomagnetic activity. This is what I really want to talk about right here. Because we had those back-to-back-to-back CMEs. And just to be honest with you guys, they petered out as they got here. They did not produce as high of a disruption as a lot of us thought that was going to happen. Especially with three of them right after, one right after the other. Okay, our geomagnetic activity levels didn't even get into G1 status or any of that. Okay, it stayed pretty much. You can see right here, May 16th, 17th, 18th, and now we're getting ready to go into the 19th. You can see it never even got out of the green there. Okay, now back a few days ago when that solar flare happened, we did get up into the 6 and 7 range for a few hours there. Okay, so we were expecting more out of this, but it just didn't happen. So, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you over to the Enlil right here, and we will watch this little time lapse. Okay, and you can see the date, guys. You can see the date right here, 17th, and then it'll go across all the way to the 23rd. Okay, so what you want to look at is the yellow line. That's what we're going to look at. See how it's moving? Okay, and that just goes down the date. The graph here at the top is where the Earth's at. That's the green line. It says Earth. Okay, over here on the spiral graphs, that's Earth, and so is that. So, it just didn't end up being all that big of a deal. Okay? And that's great. It's great news that didn't. We did feel little effects. We've seen our magnetosphere kind of go a little crazy for a minute. We've seen a lot of different stuff. But what I'm saying is that when we have CMEs, even though they're Earth-facing, it's really hard to tell how strong they are as far as the punch that they're going to give us. The speed that they're moving actually has an effect on that also. Okay? You can imagine, like I've said before, a 16-pound bowling ball going at 50 is going to hit you a lot harder than a 10-pound bowling ball going 50. Okay? So that's how you kind of got to keep in mind of the intensity of these things. So, anyway, those just didn't end up being hardly anything. Again, and that's all great. It really is. It's good. It's good that didn't happen. And we haven't seen a whole lot. I mean, even look at the auroras here. I mean, there's hardly any auroras going on right now. So, and again, look at that. It never even got out of the green. So, but yeah, those were fired off Earth facing. So, I mean, we got to really pay attention when that happens. So, and we did. But anyway, we've had some other stuff going on. What I'm going to do, I think, is we're talking about this 28-day orbit of Scott's theory of the Planet X object orbiting the Sun in a 28-day orbit. Now, what I want to show you guys is, let's go, well, I don't want to go there. Let's go here. Is this the one I want to show you? Nope. Well, let's go down to, let's just do this one. Okay. Now, you see where I drew that arrow right there? I want you to watch this energy. You see this? See how it's coming out of nowhere and it's starting to stretch to the sun? You guys see that? Look at it. The energy's going the wrong direction. Okay? It starts out in the middle of nowhere and then goes back to the sun. Why does it do that? Well, you know, I ain't saying that I have all the answers here, but what I am saying is that, you know, this is right where the Planet X object is supposed to be. Right now. Okay? This was taken from yesterday. So, you guys can clearly see that this thing comes out of nowhere. Look, there's nothing around there. So why would that do that? How can plasma filament do that unless there is another object right there? You know what I'm saying, guys? I mean, you guys picking up what I'm laying down there? I mean, look at that. It just comes out of nowhere. So, you know, me and Scott's we're analyzing this, and we already have been, and we're going to talk about it in the live stream. So, I mean, yeah, come check that out because I got some more stuff to show you here. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Now, I took this video also today. What I'm showing you here is kind of like a birth of a sunspot, I think. I think I kind of caught a birth of a sunspot, and that would be right in here. Well, it's going to let me do it. It's not going to let me do it. But yeah, and you can see that, right? So yeah. But yeah. And again, guys, I'll just take you out of this. Let's go here. That thing. I just want to make sure that didn't stop because sometimes it stops on me. Sorry about that. Anyway, I do want to show you guys a couple screenshots here, okay? Okay, I caught this on 5/15 just the other day. This is right where that object should be. Okay, this is on LASCO. Right on schedule, obviously. That's what I put there. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing it in the predictive spot where it should be. And that's pretty relevant, guys. You know, we kind of thought this was going to happen, and it actually is. So, I mean, this is something that we got to keep, you know, looking into and you know, just trying to get as much data on it as we can. Now, something I want to point out here. I'm going to take you guys over to seeds. I remembered, and early on in my channel, I had done some videos, and I remembered this object, or at least this energy coming from this area. All right, now, and it was almost right in the same spot. Okay, and I think you guys are going to find this really, really interesting because what this thing does right here is really strange. I've not seen anything before or after that looks like this. Now, this is back on the 29th of October of 2018. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it. Right, it's loading. Sorry, guys. It's going to let it load for a minute. And you guys are going to see, what you're going to see is kind of a whipping action. And that's why it caught my eye. And nobody else had really caught it or talked about it if they did catch it. But what I'm talking about here, guys, is, you know, I just showed you the object in that screenshot that was sitting right here. Well, the object was still in its orbit. I think it was sitting probably about right here in this particular day. Because, and I'm going to slow this down because it's moving kind of fast, but we'll take it down even slower. All right. I hit start there. Now watch this. Okay, look right in here. And what you're going to see energy start out in the middle of nowhere again. And this time this is a one heck of a plasma freaking filament, if you want to call it that, or just some sort of a loop. Now see, here it goes. It's getting ready to start. All right, now this is going to kind of probably blow your mind a little bit. Watch this. You guys see that? See it stretch in both directions? I mean, my gosh. I mean, I've not seen anything like that. And again, I'm not saying that it hasn't never happened before, because it very well could have. I didn't go through every day, back in history. But what I'm trying to say is that this is not something that I really expected to see back then, and I really didn't even have any idea. I had some sort of an idea, but not anything that where I could be confident of telling you guys, hey, this is what this is. Like I said, I've learned a lot. Scott's been teaching me a lot of, especially the technical part of this. So at least I know exactly what I'm kind of looking at when I'm looking at these tools. I do have, I try to explain it to you guys as best that I can. Sometimes I fail at that, and I'm aware of that, and I try. And if I do make a mistake, you guys know that I come back on here and tell you guys, hey, this isn't really what I said it was. I made a mistake here. You guys know that. So, but I'm going to pause it right there, and I'm going to back it up. I want you guys to really see this, because this is something that blew my mind. Okay, now what I'm saying is I think there's an object about right here. Okay, because this energy starts here. It's not connected to the sun. Not yet. Now watch. Watch what it does. It's like it goes away from this object and stretches out both directions. It's almost like a Birkeland current looking kind of thing. So yeah, we'll just toggle through here a little bit. See, look at this thing. What would cause that to split right in the middle and then go both directions? Unless, like I said, there was something here. It's being generated from here. Okay, because you can clearly see it's reaching out to the sun, and also it's reaching out this direction too. So, we're talking about these objects. It's not just one object. It could be multiple objects, and they're going to be very, very close to one another. Okay, so, I mean, that would really fit right into that. So, I'm going to just keep going forward here. See that? I mean, ain't that kind of crazy? I mean, look at it. Just stretches out, man. I mean, I call it the whip action. That's really kind of what it looks like. Okay, you can clearly see it went back to the sun. Now you can even see a faint spherical object right here. Okay, I mean, I truly believe that that's what's causing this, guys. I really do. And so a lot of the activity we're seeing on the sun right now is also in that area from where those sunspots have rotated around. And again, we'll go through some more of that. I showed you a little bit, but there's more. Hopefully I'll be able to bring it to you in the live stream later on tonight. But I'm going to take you to the 31st also, because there's something here I wanted to show you. This is October of last year on the 31st. You're going to see, some action going on over here. Okay, now you're going to, like I said, you see a little, what looked like a little bit of a CME. Now what you're going to see here is, and I'm going to pause, I'm going to let it load, and then I'm going to explain to you what I'm talking about here. Okay, obviously that looked like a CME, correct? And you wouldn't be wrong if you said that, but it wasn't exactly what I want to show you. Okay, now this thing fired off, right? First off, what I want to say is that if you look at this, it's really not even connected to the sun anymore right there. So whatever blew off of the sun blew off in like a ball shape. Okay, second, why is it curved like that? Okay, it looks like it's going around some sort of an object, or it's at least being influenced by something right there. Okay, and again, this is just 2 days after what I just showed you, and this object would be hanging around right there, is what I'm trying to say. So, I've really never before seen a CME take that type of a shape, because if you think about it, guys, if something blows off the surface of the sun, it's going this way. Wouldn't you think that the energy would bow that way? I mean, wouldn't what it would do. I mean, if I'm wrong, somebody tell me. But for it to take a shape that's reverse of that, that's kind of like this, to me, it almost like there has to be something there causing that, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? So, and again, me and Scott, we're analyzing this a little bit more, and we're going to talk about this. And I could be dead wrong here. I don't know. And again, we're just, like I said, we're just trying to figure it out. Because for that to really do what it's doing right here is just all kinds of crazy odd. And again, I mean, it holds that basically a reverse hook type of signature. Sorry about that. Now see that? I mean, how is that even... That's something else. Now look at this particular capture. Look at that one. Okay, now you can kind of see what looks something maybe is some sort of an object there, maybe. But the next capture, I want you guys to look right here. Okay. Now, look what happens. That's the very next capture. That's the very next one we've seen. Look at, see how spherical that is right there? And then why is this blocked out? Okay, so I mean, you can see why I'm questioning this. So that is what it is, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that, but again, this is back in October, and this is just some stuff that I went back and found again because of what I just showed you guys, of that energy just appearing out of nowhere and then going the wrong direction into the sun. That was from the SDO. This right here is LASCO C2, guys. We'll go ahead and see if we can't. Now look at that one. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, look at that. And what's even more odd is that once they put that gray box there, because a lot of times we'll see these little boxes show up, these gray boxes on this LASCO C2 imaging, and they'll be there for one capture and then they go away. Okay? I mean, that's just what they do a lot of times. Sometimes that's a glitch. Sometimes it's because something's really bright and it blocks it out on purpose. The tool's designed to do that. But for this to show that rectangle shape and stay there in that same spot is telling me that, hey, you know, maybe they're trying to not let us see something there. And again, guys, look at this. Look at the shape of this. I mean, to me, I don't think anything could blow off of the sun and take that reverse shape. I mean, because it should be like this. Okay? Unless there's an object or something's influencing it right here to make it do that. Like it's going around something. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, like I said, I'm not making any claims of what that actually is because, you know, honestly, I couldn't tell you. But something's causing it to do it like that. You know, I don't think the sun really blows anything off that like that. If it does, you know, I ain't saying that it would be completely impossible for, you know, parts of an ejection could be moving faster than other parts, depending on the energy around it. Maybe it caused it to do that. I don't know, but my feeling here is that there's something there influencing that, and this is having to go around something there, and that's why it's curving the wrong direction. Okay, and we're going to talk about the CMEs and stuff that Scott and Dr. Alberts have been talking about. You know, how the CMEs would blow off like out here, and then they would get right here, and then they would curve a specific direction. How's that happen? Well, the only way that happens is if there's something out here influencing it to be pulled. Because once it starts this direction, it's going to keep moving that direction unless it's influenced by something. Okay? You know, how's it go? Equal or opposite reaction and all those kinds of things that we can sit here and talk about all those scientific rules. But what I'm saying is that the CME that gets blown off is not going to curve after it's already moving one direction. Unless it's being influenced by something else. Something pulled it over that way, something pushed it over that way, something. It's getting drawn a specific direction. And now we've got it done it a couple times, so this isn't the first time now. So this is something that we really need to pay attention to and really look into, because, and Dr. Albers wrote a really good article on it. I would suggest you guys go over and check it out. She did a really good job on that, and honestly, I mean, it's just, it blows my mind that something could pull that CME like that. So, but anyway, guys, you know, times are getting times, I guess, if you would put it that way. But yeah, come check us out over at Planet X News later on tonight, guys. Again, guys, here's that whip action. I wanted to show it to you again. Watch it. It's going to whip out. Watch. I've left it at full speed so you can see it. Look at that. I mean, that just blows my mind every time I see that. That's just, yeah. I think it's, number one, I think it's cool. Number two, I think it's something we really need to figure out what the heck is causing it to do that. So, anyway, guys, God bless. Yeshua saves. And check us out. Planet X News later on tonight. Live stream. God bless. Yeshua saves. And you can drink this Kool-Aid.